So we're going to talk about sequences this week and series. Okay, so this is something that might be a little bit new. You probably had stuff like this back in maybe some middle school stuff and even maybe some elementary, but you know, it was a little bit easier than this. But it should, it's not too tough. But here's an example of a sequence. And what's happening here, this first term, you know, is 1 squared. And the second term is 2 squared. And the third term is 3 squared. That's how we're getting those numbers. Okay? So it's just a sequence is just a list of numbers. Okay? It's got a certain rule that works to get each number. Okay? And the rule for this one is n squared. And n is representing which term you're looking for. You know, if I wanted the 10th term, I do 10 squared, so the 10th term would have been 100. Okay? And there's a way we represent terms. We use these things called subscripts. So a sub 1 means the first term. They use a for terms in sequences. Then a sub 2, the subscript of 2 means you're looking for the second term. And then so on. A sub 3, you're looking for the third term. A sub 4, fourth term. A sub n, nth term. So it could be anything, you know. If it's a sub 11, we're looking for the 11th term. A sub 99, we're looking for the 99th term. Okay? So it's just a list of numbers. But to represent them, a sub 1 means the first term, and so on. All right, so here's the rule of the sequence. The nth term, a sub n, is 1 over n times the quantity, n plus 1. So that's our rule to find our terms, okay? So when I'm looking for, you know, I'm looking for the first, second, so let's move these over here to figure them out. All right. So we're trying to find the first 4. So a sub 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So wherever I see n, I put, since I'm looking for the first term, I'm putting a 1 in. Okay. So this would be 1 over 1 times 2. So that would be 1/2 for that first term. A sub 2 means I'm looking for the second term. Let's have a little more room here. So I plug in 2 wherever I see an n. So I got 1 over 2 times 2 plus 1, which is 1 over 2 times 3, which is 1 over 6. So the second term of that sequence is 1/6. Is that making sense? Not so bad, is it? Okay. The third term, I should be able to fill it in there, would be 1 still. And then n is 3 this time. That's 1 over 3 times 4, should be 1/12. And then my fourth term, 1 again up top, but n is 4 this time. So wherever I see n, put a 4. And then I got 1 over 4 times 5 is 1 over 20. So there's the first 4 terms of that sequence. 1/2, 1/6, 1/12, and 1/20. Okay? If I wanted the 10th term, I put 10 in for n. Okay? That making sense to you so far? All right. So, did it get too low?
Yeah.
Okay. Guess I need to turn it back up. You guys try to find the first four terms of that sequence, please. Okay, is that better? Back up a little bit.
You are, if there's a bunch of you, you're not, you're stumbling point. Yeah. I thought either you or you were going to be fire. No, you kept just like you were like 5 minutes in the fire. Oh, my God, I was trying to do I was walking back to the car, the car, it was all like. That's what my kids said. I think the worst thing was. Shooting it out. Bro, I don't string like the string about yeah. Yeah, that was I got. JP.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Really?
So we have this week. Yep. That's why. I mean, Martin coming back. That's good. Last year's last. Oh, yeah, wait, no, but seriously. Wait, how many, how many? Yeah. Should we do last day, like, legit school? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can do. Oh, I'll do it on that is, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, my bad. Okay. Multiplying, yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Confident, you feel confident?
Are
you prepared?
And a banana? For the first one? Okay. Yeah.
Third.
What's the second, third, and fourth? Uh-huh. For which one? The second one. The first one.
Oh, we know second one.
Yeah, second one. Check that. Well, just write it out. What's 2 times 2? 4 times 2. 8 times 2. 1 to 1. All right. We made it. What are we doing? Friday's closed?
Oh.
So we have that 7.2 one, right? Lost sign. This would be probably quicker. Use on paper. All right, most of you got this. All right. So remember, when we're looking for the first term, that means n is 1. Should be 2 over 1. For the second term, that means n is 2. When I'm looking for the third term, that means n is 3. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 3 is 9. Want the fourth term, that means n is 4. All right, so 2 times, we got 8 times another 2 would be 16, and 4 squared is 16, so it goes back to 1. So it's okay if it goes down. Doesn't have to go up all the time, or get smaller all the time. Sometimes it bounces around. So far, so good? Okay, that's easy. When you're doing a normal sequence, and whatever term you're looking for, that's what n equals. You just substitute the term number in for n. Okay? Now the other type is called a recursive rule. They have this subscript. Okay? You put that subscript there. When you see that subscript, n minus 1, it means the previous term. This is important. Every year I get kids mess this up because they're not paying attention when I'm showing it. Okay? Connor, don't zone out on me. Mason, stay with me. All right? So whenever you see a sub n minus 1, it's talking about the term before. Okay? Or we say the previous term. So in this example, it says find the first 3 terms. Well, what they'll do is they'll give you the first term. Okay? To do a recursive type one, they'll give you the first term to start. Because you're going to need to use the previous term to get the next term. All right? So here's the rule. The nth term equals n times the previous term. You see that n minus 1? Okay? So when I want to find the second term, okay, Oops. Let's, move this. I guess I could put it over here. All right, so they already gave me the first term. So the second term, n is 2. So I put a 2 in for n. And then this, remember, is the previous term, which was the first term in this problem. So just 2 times 1, which is 2. The third term means n is 3. And then again, that means the previous term. What was the previous term? 2. So the third term would be 6. So there's the first 3 terms. They give you the first one. You know, if we had to find the fourth term, just to give you another example. Fourth term, n is 4, because that's what term, n represents which term you're looking for. And then remember, a sub n minus 1 means the previous term. What was the previous term? 6. So the fourth term would be 24. That's there. You follow what this sub n minus 1 is telling you? You're using the number you just got to help you find the next one. Okay, that's a sub n minus 1. All right? So you guys try this one, please. Whoa. Okay. Whoa, I don't want to get there either. Why is this always so jumpy when I do? All right. So there's the example. First term is 2. Find the third and the second. So there's the rule. 2 times n times the previous term. That's the first term. And that was it.
Oh, it's still the same too.
For the second term.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah, okay. I just was confused if we're going on one. Huh?
What? What? We're going today.
Oh.
What are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
what's the previous term?
What are you?
Yeah, what's the one you just got?
Oh,
What'd you get for the second term?
right at your house. Okay.
This one, that's the last three.
I think it was there.
Three is for the third term. No, the whole thing
Don would get, yeah. So I'm not giving you credit for trying today?
I'll take a 4. What is it? So the previous one, we do A, and the first on this one, we do 20 in the future. Right?
For the previous term, we put in for N. Yeah. So what's the second term? Times. Yeah. Okay, so what's the third term then? No, 2 times 3 times 8. Yeah. That's all. Did that take too long? No.
Yeah, we did good on that last week.
Yeah, you did.
Do good on that.
Dominic, what'd you get for the second term?
Started 8 on Saturday.
No, that's the third term. What's the second one? 8, yeah. Okay, look. Some of you guys are missing something here. This number is always what? 2. So you guys put 2 there. This number tells you what? What term it is. So what term is this one? 2. What term is this one? Okay. And then, what's this one telling you? The one before. So when I'm looking for the second term, what term is before that? 2, which was the first term, right? Okay. And then, again, this is the previous term, right? So I got to put that there for the a sub n minus 1. Okay? So that's how you get the 48 that Dominic told us. You following? Remember, n represents which term you're looking for. The 2 is in every one of them for this problem. And then a sub n minus 1 is the term before, the previous term. You got to use it. So to get the third term, you got to figure out the second one. All right? What would the fourth one be? What goes first? 2. What goes next? 4. And what goes third? The 48, right? The previous term. So whatever 8 times 48 is, would be the next one. What is that?
384.
Thanks. Okay. So, these numbers get a little bit bigger quicker, right? So recursive means you're using the one before. I don't think I have any others. Maybe I do. Oh, okay. All right, this exclamation point, we call it the factorial symbol. Okay? So if you see that after a number, that's what it means. So if you see a 5 with an exclamation point, that means, Connor, 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. You go right in order, but you're multiplying all the numbers together. Okay? Thanks, Brandon. All right, so you'll see that symbol sometimes. All right? So you might get a problem like this. Okay, so what that means, and you have that button on your calculator, I'll show you. You can just put it in your calculator if you want. All right, if I remember right. It's math and over to probability, I believe. So I hit the left arrow key once. Yeah, there it is. The fourth one. So math button, and then you got to highlight PRB for probability. And it's number 4. Okay? So you just put that in your calculator. I usually don't put those in my calculator unless they get pretty big. Okay? Oh, I want to just hit this, I guess. But this means 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 over 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So what could I do with the 5 down? Yeah. Those just cancel. So it's just 8 times 7 times 6 is really the answer. What is that? 56 times 6. 336? But again, and your little calculators have it too. Like the one Matt has here. I think it has a PRB button. Yeah. If you hit that, it's the third one over. You got one of these little ones. All right. But to do that on this one, you go 8, math, probability 4, divided by 5, math, probability 4. Okay, but I just wanted you to know what that meant. Okay? Questions so far? All right. Got a few problems here I'd like you to try. Again, we'll just do them in class, so try 1, 2, and 3 right now. No, let's not do that. Let's do just do number 3 right now. Just do number 3. Okay? We're looking for the first 3 terms. Just look at number 3. If I can do that. No, I guess it won't. We got him? You guys got him? All right. This is what Tanner got. You guys tell me if he's right. -1 for the first one. -1/4 for the second. And -1/9 for the third. You guys agree with that? Tanner agrees? Tommy, you agree? Andrea, you agree? No? Uh-oh. Better check. Everybody agreed with you. All right, so when I'm looking for the first term, n is 1. So I've got -1 to the 1 plus 1 over 1 squared. Well, what is 1 plus 1? 2, right? You gotta do that first. What is -1 squared? +1. And what's 1 squared? 1. So answer is 1. Did you have that?
I had -1.
Okay. Is that why you didn't agree, Andrea?
Yeah.
Okay. Everything else was right? Second term means n is 2. What's 2 plus 1? 3. -1 cubed is a -1, and 2 squared is 4. Isn't that what you had? You had -1/4, didn't you? That one make sense, Eaton? Third term. All right, that means n is 3. Three plus 1 is 4. So what's a -1 to an even power? +1. And then 3 squared is 9. So it'd be +1, -1/4, +1/9. I think it's going to alternate. It's going to be positive, negative as you go. One more. Let's do number 6 there.
Here?
And again, we're just finding the first 3. You already have the first 1, so you just got to find the next 2. Right. Just have to find the first 3. I'll give you the first 3. Oh, okay. You just have to find the
No.
All right, you should have it already, right, Zion? Okay, so we're doing, okay, let me just do this. Well, I'll just rewrite it. A1, A sub n and A sub n minus 1 squared. And I told you the first term was 2, right? So, just leave 2, 6. So, you already got the first one. So all you gotta do is find the second and third. Some of you find the second, third, and fourth, which is okay. You don't have to get the fourth one. Okay? So all it's saying is the previous term what? Squared. So the second one is 2, the previous term, squared, which is 4. And the third term is 4, the previous term, squared, 16. That recursive stuff making sense? A sub n minus 1? What's that exclamation point mean again? Like 6 factorial, 6 exclamation point means what? 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, right? Okay, thanks, good job today.